Hey, I'm Eryn. I am the owner and executor at DCS Planning. I am taking a minute here on my busy morning to stop and tell you a story. I want to tell you the story of how I bought this company. I was working for a very large energy firm in Chicago and executing continuity management objectives for them based on their needs. They had very rigorous requirements. They carried the majority of contracts on the New York Mercantile Exchange every single day, and lots and lots of value at risk. And they understood the value of having an objective and very clear and concise plan for continuous operation of the objectives that they executed on an everyday basis. Well, it was a big company, and we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of people to work with, really awesome, fantastic people, magnificent people who did their jobs really, really well. But it was a very large company, and they were going, the entire market, it was 2007, was predicted to be changing quite a bit, and now it's 2016. You can tell easily. Everyone remembers the changes that were soon to be coming. So this large organization knew that the world was changing, and they knew that they had to become much leaner in order to execute the strategic objectives for their business in the next couple of years. So they conducted an enormous layoff so that they could cut down on a lot of costs. And the position that I was in was one of those that was deemed to be unnecessary for the future of their strategy. And they were condensing the strategy a little bit, quite a bit. And they gave me the opportunity to either take another position or leave the company. And so initially, I didn't consider staying with the organization. It wasn't a company that I had ever deliberately planned to work for. It was a company I had resisted because that's not part of my vision for life, as being a part of a big bureaucracy. Even though I did enjoy the time there, I'm glad I went through it. But I knew I wasn't going to be staying with the organization, but I thought I'd probably just leapfrog over to another organization and keep with the same path. But at the same time, I was looking at all the possibilities, all the contingencies, and I knew I had this opportunity, and it was a galvanizing opportunity that we could make a change for our lives, my husband and I. And we had a young child. Our daughter, our first child, was very young at the time. And we reevaluated our lives and thought, well, something that's very, very important to us is that she knows her family. And we were traveling quite a bit on holidays so that she could be in touch with family and have connections, but it wasn't the same as actually being a member of the family on a regular basis and having a real relationship for her. And so we considered moving closer to his family, moving closer to my family, which was not close to where we were in our lives at all. And I started looking at positions in both areas. I was offered a position near his family, wasn't in line with my objectives, but it was a good position, so I definitely considered it. And then I had the opportunity to meet a very special person here in the central Oklahoma area who had a small private business where she had been helping financial institutions, specifically community banks, with completing their continuity plans. Back then they were called disaster plans, specifically in line with regulatory requirements around like Y2K and 9/11 and stuff like that. So she was interested in retiring. She had aged out of her stage in life where she felt like that was something that she wanted to maintain, and she wanted to sell the company. And initially, I was not interested at all. I did not want to be an entrepreneur. That was not fitting with my what I thought was my goal in life, and it just didn't fit in my worldview, my archetype of what who I wanted to be. However, as time went on, a series of months, and I continued to explore options, and I was still under contract at the previous organization. I just knew that my position was going to be closed. So I was still working there, but I was doing a lot of research and development on my personal life to figure out where the next stage of my life was going to be set, and working with my husband, developing our story. It became apparent that this was going to be a really good option for us. I've always been independent and headstrong, and interested in innovation, interested in creating new methods for developing systems, and helping people in unique ways so that they can be stronger and have healthy lives, not just physically healthy, but holistically healthy, around their work, around how their environment supports them, like their employers support them and things like that. So looking back, it's been 8 years. I cannot believe it's been 8 years since 2009. And when I started developing a relationship with Dorothy and exploring the possibility of becoming an entrepreneur, and it just I've evolved so much. This has been a dream come true. We live very close to our family. We're able to connect with them on a day-to-day basis, which is very important for the way that we conduct our lives. It's important for our kids to have those relationships on a deeper level. And I am providing services for a community that I really care a lot about. Still working with a lot of financial institutions, but we've expanded the company. We changed the name of the company. It was Data Control Specialists. Now it's DCS Planning. Expanded the vision of the company to be one of elite services and continuity services that mature organizations understand, like the energy company I was working for. However, the most integral organizations, like small community banks, don't have those services readily available to them on a normal basis. And so now I'm able to provide those services because I was trained in a very mature organization who had the vision, but then they changed their strategy. So we were able to leverage that experience for our clients, and I'm very passionate about bringing those opportunities to the clients who I believe are the backbone of the communities that they live in, which is so valuable. It's much more fulfilling and important for me to touch the lives in a small way and do it really well, rather than help a lot of people and not do a very good job at it, or just do it lightly, superficially, the way I was doing in my previous company employment. So I'm really thankful that I've gotten the opportunity to grow and change my life and the life of my family. My husband has been so supportive, and as have my parents and my brother and sister and their families, but mostly my husband. And the opportunities that I've had to meet some amazing people, other entrepreneurs, other business managers, obviously the clients that I work with. I am passionate about working with them. I love to advocate for these clients. they work really hard, and they're trying their best to grow and to mature into better companies. And I get the chance to help them do that in a way that a lot of times they don't see initially how they could ever, meet the demands that are being placed upon them. And not only do I get to help them meet those demands, but they become healthier companies. They're more resilient, they're stronger. I love my job. I also love my employees, all the employees I've had, especially my assistant right now. Just amazing, amazing people, and they reach for the goal, and they strive for more. And that's really what life's about. It's not about being mediocre. It's not about staying where you're at. It's about deliberate maturity and growing toward your goals on your journey, enjoying life by strengthening, becoming stronger. And so that's my story for today. I just wanted to share that and get it out there. I was inspired by a podcast I was listening to. I'm always listening to stuff, and I wanted to execute some of the learnings that I heard today. So thank you so much for joining me in this story, and I hope it has enriched your life today. I hope it tells you a little bit more about me and the company that I run and my passion. Thanks.